This is William Hall with Resist the Mainstream. Before we jump into today's topic, just a quick reminder to like, share, and comment on this video as well. Subscribe to the channel and also turn on notifications so that you get notified when our videos go live. So let's go ahead and jump right into this story here. So the White House press secretary was scolding a reporter, and you might be asking why. Well, it's because they simply asked a question about the cocaine that was found in the White House. Go ahead and check the clip out here.
I'm just asking again, can we just say once and for all whether or not the cocaine belonged to the Biden family?
So, a couple of things there. He mentioned the Hatch Act because the question was posed to him using Donald Trump, and so he was trying to be very mindful. Okay, I hear you, but you're asking me a question, so I'm answering it for you. And so that's why he said the Hatch Act. So I would, have you read the transcript and read the transcript fully so you can see exactly what he was trying to say. So that's number one. So we're not avoiding the question. That is not true. We've answered this question, litigated this question for the last 2 days exhaustively. There has been some irresponsible reporting about the family. And so I got to call that out here. And I have been very clear. I was clear 2 days ago when talking about this over and over again as I was being asked a question. As you know, and media outlets reported this, the Biden family was not here. They were not here. They were at Camp David. They were not here Friday. They were not here Saturday. They were not here Sunday. They were not even here Monday. They came back on Tuesday. So to ask that question is actually incredibly irresponsible. And I'll just leave it there.
All right, so this is a perfect example of somebody that's beating around the bush. They don't want to answer the actual question going on here, right? She's avoiding it no matter what is happening and basically saying, well, they just weren't there. Well, that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that it's not theirs. It would have to be somebody there. They only have two options here. They can admit that it was a major security failure and that would blow up to massive proportions, or they have to admit the simple fact that the Biden family, it belonged to them. Same, plain and simple. It was somebody from their family that somehow got in, that was able to get past security to get it in there in the first place. There's no other situation in which it could be. She never said, no, it wasn't them. Just, well, they weren't here. That's like presenting kind of a response or a rebuttal, but not actually just straight up answering the actual question, right? And that's what you see happening here right now. And this whole talk about it being irresponsible to simply ask a very valid question, well, guess what is also irresponsible? Leaving cocaine in the White House, right? I mean, that you would think that would be the first thing that these people would actually think about. So they have to understand that this is something that clearly was done. And if you've been online for a while, you know that many of the left and the far left liberals love to basically make fun of Don Jr. and say, well, he must be on cocaine or something. They said this all the time while Donald Trump was in office, and still they never found anything. That nothing ever came of that, of course, at all, because that's ridiculous. But now look, I mean, could you imagine what the headlines would be if they found an ounce of it in the White House while Trump was president? I mean, they would lose their collective mind, and you would hear this all over the place. But unfortunately, what you're seeing with the Biden thing is that they get off scotch-free with it. And for some reason, this reporter gets in all this trouble, and everyone's going after her, and you have the press secretary that's getting so mad at her. But who are they not mad at? They're not mad at the Bidens for having this in the White House. No one's looking around and is getting in any trouble at all in the White House. But how dare you ask a simple question about that? So this whole discovery has provoked outrage, calls for action from the House Republicans. It's gone all over the place at this point. And the saga has obviously drawn a bunch of attention across the political spectrum, even in the liberal media networks that have even been talking about this as well, but nowhere near as much as it would be if Trump was actually involved in any of this whatsoever. Where one host actually expressed skepticism on MSNBC that the cocaine might have belonged to an average person. I don't think that's the case, because if it did, once again, you have to admit that there was a major security failure involved in the White House. I think I know whose it is, and I want you to let us know down in the comments who you think it is as well. And like this video, remember to share this video as well so that everyone can see this and know what's going on out there with news organizations that are actually not trying to cover up the actual truth that's going on out there. Also, remember to turn on notifications as well so that you get notified when our videos go live. But with that being said, we thank you for watching this video, and we'll catch you on the next one.